DC is finally back with a new TV series which is a direct spin-off sequel to the Suicide Squad and finally being part of the DCEU.
Yeah, that's enough of that.
Yes, there is the CW universe which has been there for a long time, and let's be honest, most of us don't care about it, Titans included. And even if we know they are part of the bigger multiverse, yet still we are not that much into them. Yes, they have their own share of fans, but as we know what happened in last year's DC fandom, like everyone just wanted to see the DCEU part or all the movie segment, and nobody really cared about CW or Titans. Today we discuss whether the show Peacemaker is actually good or it's like what Rick Flag said.
Peacemaker. What a joke.
As we are already 7 episodes down, which leads us to the season finale next week, I believe it's a good time to actually discuss about the show.
Let's do this!
To begin with, let's start with the most discussed topic when the show first came in was the intro. There have been a lot of talk going on regarding the intro of the show, as many fans liked the intro whereas many didn't. Now, even a lot of non-fans liked the intro, but then again there were a few more out there who didn't. Now honestly, even when I saw the intro first, I hated it.
This is bullshit.
Like way too much. But then again, after watching it every week, yeah, you get a hang of it, right? And I felt it's not that bad. But then again, I still don't like the intro, but I feel it's more like of a personal opinion. But it's not just about what you and I think. Are quite a number of people out there who actually like the intro. And of course, I can deny to it because the intro is kind of groovy and catchy when you keep on watching it. Yes, just because we all fans have been, stuck to a certain kind of DC movies for past many years, and of course we have that craziness for the Snyder movies. Yes, something like these or something like the Peacemaker, yes, it's totally new to us. But that doesn't mean that that the show has to be bad because of that. But no, because Peacemaker actually delivers. Yes, it has a lot of hits and misses, but in the end the show actually does a pretty good job. A huge credit should be given to James Gunn because I think he did a good job of bringing stupidity and comic relief to a non-superhero action series. And of course, why not? Because before the Suicide Squad, I had no idea about Peacemaker. But I might have seen him in one or two comic, but bringing such a small character into the big screen and making him popular, that is something really awesome, tacular, and I say hats off to James Gunn for that because he nailed the character.
You're good.
Now let's talk about the comedy and humor of the show. So this show itself is it's like a stand-up comedy. It has hits and misses. Not a very clever comedy though, as there are some good jokes, but not that many. Something that you will always forget the moment you listen to it. Well, the humor is sometimes forced and usually packed with cliched juvenile jokes. Now, take a small comparison with The Boys from Amazon. Now, if you compare it with The Boys, Peacemaker feels like a teenager in front of that brilliant adult. But then again, if you consider Peacemaker as its own thing, well, then it does a really good job.
This is not so bad.
As this show is part of the DCEU, it tries to put references of the characters within the universe like Batman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and not only that, it does mention about characters like Batmite and Kite Man. Now, after watching Peacemaker and see James Gunn do great things with the character, I wouldn't mind to watch Batmite or maybe Kite Man show up in the future seasons, as there is a season 2 coming out, or maybe in a different series, right? Because now James Gunn has proved that even a smaller character can be portrayed in such a great, awesome, spectacular way.
Kite Man. What was that? Whoa. Did I just hear the wind say Kite Man?
Talking about the character Peacemaker himself, I would say the only reason this character could work was because of two people. Number one is James Gunn, as I've mentioned before, and number two is Cena. The reason why the character works is wholly because only of John Cena. He plays Peacemaker as only slightly self-aware lunk who seems to have good intentions. But his life has been so toxic that he lets his emotion get the better of him at pretty much every turn, and you'll get to see in each episode of that thing happening. Being part of the superhero universe and of course the DCEU, it is not for everyone, and which I mean not for kids, because of its blood and gore and of course lots of sex and nudity.
Excuse me, everyone.
Sex!
All the other characters also do an amazing job. None of the characters feels out of the place or they shouldn't have been in the show. Mostly people will be attracted to Harcourt and Vigilante, is what I think. But then again, of course, we have Brooks, we have Economist, and of course all of them are pretty much likable. My favorite is top Vigilante, after that Harcourt. And we do know that Harcourt is gonna appear as a cameo in the Black Adam movie. And even in one of the episodes, we get to see a small Easter egg about Kandahar, right? So I believe that's how it connects to it.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Well, if you enjoy James Gunn's ranchy comedy and are a James Gunn fan, then you will enjoy Peacemaker, like the Suicide Squad. I don't think this will be for everyone, but it has action and heart. Like all jokes, some work, some don't. But as I said before, you will love those characters, and of course, especially Vigilante.
Which one of you dumb sister fucking tiki torch carrying sloths from the Goonies looking pieces of shit wants to go next?
In the end, I would say it's a good spin-off, especially not for young kids. But most importantly, as I've already compared it with The Boys in between, I would say The Boys is basically like an 8-hour movie, just divided into episodes. Whereas Peacemaker is not a long movie. It is specifically a TV show, or you can say a TV series. And it does a pretty good job in it.
Damn! That shit good!
In the end, it does a far better job than any of the CW shows or Titans included. Keeping Doom Patrol aside, because that's a good show. Even Swamp Thing was an amazing show. I don't know why they cancelled it, but keeping those aside, the other CW shows and Titans is nothing. They're pretty much shit in front of Peacemaker. So, as my thumbnail says, Peacemaker or Pissmaker, I would definitely say it is not a pissmaker. It is totally Peacemaker. And of course, Rick Flag, it is not a joke. Yes, go stream it. The ones who have HBO Max, the ones who don't, well, I know how you guys are watching it. Keep on watching. There's just one episode left, season finale. I just want to see where it leads to it and or how it ends. So it's an amazing show. Keep on watching it. And but what do you think about the show? Like, how many of you like it? Or if you don't like the show, why you don't? So please comment below, let me know, and stay tuned for more videos. Until next time, this is Adam. See you soon.